Good evening and welcome back or welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. This is Kristen and I am ready for one of my all-time favorite reveals. I make it sound like it's this huge thing. One of my all-time favorite things to do at Disney, other than just the typical being with my family, is the Kilimanjaro Safari in Animal Kingdom. So yes, I am still on our first day at the park. Yes, I have been home for a week and a half, almost a week and a half. We got home on the 25th and it is now the 5th of July. Well, officially it's the 6th, but whatever. So I've been scrapping a lot. At the end of these pages, I have completed 44 pages for my Disney books. And yes, I said books with a plural because, like I said, 44 pages in, and I am still not done with the first park. I haven't done a lot of our hotel or our resort. I still have some airplane pictures from the way down that I just got. So, yes, I know I am. And you'll see, if you haven't been watching, I do some pages with 1 or 2 pictures. I do some with 6 or 7. There's one in here that has, I can't even remember, like 8 or 9 pictures. They're small. So, but anyway, so this is some of my favorites. So the very first thing I did was the cover page for the Kilimanjaro Safari. And this is the sketch that I found. I found it on another YouTuber, State Goddess. I found it on her site, and I tried to zoom in to see who this is created by, but I can't really read what it says. Maybe something Fox. But anyway, I did not do exactly this. I don't have stars necessarily. I don't have any journaling, and I only have one photo. So, but the triangle concept tucked in behind the photos sounded amazing. So, or looked amazing. So I attempted something along these lines. So, with no more hesitation, this is the page that I created. Now, today's prompt on Scrapbooking with Anne-Marie was to use bright colors. I'm looking for my post-it note. Bright colors, flowers somewhere, butterflies, at least 1 or 2, a couple of pictures, which I totally failed there, and small circles. So our theme for summer camp this month, right now, is butterflies, bugs, and flower power. So what I did was I cut these out. Since it's Animal Kingdom and Kilimanjaro Safaris, I cut these out of a bunch of different, I think it's Recollections brand for the most part, papers that were animal print. Cut them in triangles, mostly the same general size, but really I was not being cautious. I was kind of winging it, which is like what I do. So I then I had those camouflage, or not camouflage, but animal print hearts. So I put at least 2 on every one of the triangles. Some of them are itty bitty, some of them are a little bigger. And then I thought, oh, it kind of looks weird with just that. So then I thought, oh, I'm going to add some brads and eyelets because I have a ton and I never use them. So I added at least 1 brad and the general color on there. So I went ahead and added Mickey ears on the black and white, and a mini bow on the black and white. And then I thought, oh, I'm gonna add some butterflies. So I have some butterfly brads. I added some of those. Then I had some butterfly stickers, and then some flowers, and just some random. I just started going through some things and adding anything that was kind of in that color palette, especially if it was flowers, butterflies. I didn't pull any bugs out. So I'm really happy with this. Here is the part from the map that I'm adding to at the first page of each ride or show or whatever we go to. So I just matted that on the back of some of this lime green print. so it would match the coloring in here and stand out. I took one piece of off-white 6.5 by 4.5. I cut an L in it and put part on here and part here. And then of course this is just matted on black cardstock. And I really love the way it turned out. It makes my heart very happy. So I have seen people do stuff like this, but they like cover the whole thing. I don't want to do that because it kind of would have negated the whole point of the animal print. So, but I wanted to add a little bit of oomph, and especially since this is the first page of my favorite ride. So there is page number 1. Page number 2, I pulled papers from, if you've watched before, I'm using this Nana's Nursery paper pad that my sister bought me 9 years ago, 12 years ago when my son was born. And so I'm using up some of that with the animals. And then I fussy cut, I used another piece here to mat, and then I had a strip, and I fussy cut some of the animals out. Here's like a little alligator tail. I fussy cut some of the feathers and this little sprig of grass and a little flower and a blue zebra and a purple elephant. So I just fussy cut some little things and tucked them in. So I wasn't wasting I mean, it was a little bitty itty strip of paper, and that, I mean, what else would I do with that? So I just cut out everything I could and then pitched the piece of paper. I used some washi just to give it a little extra something right here. I backed this on a craft paper cardstock. Then I matted this also. I tore these and then inked them with black ink. And then our driver's name was Mike, so I put that on there and made a note about how he was our African Savannah tour guide in Simba 1, which was the vehicle we rode in. And then I pulled this Best Day Ever from my paper pad from Echo Park. I used quite a bit of this today. I was really excited because I haven't really used much, because I guess when I think about Animal Kingdom, I'm not thinking about Mickey Mouse. So I pulled this in because I do love the Kilimanjaro Safari. So that is page number 2. Page number 3, this is a piece of, it's thin, so it's not cardstock, but it's a piece of paper that I've had for a very long time. I don't know where I got it, but I thought this was the perfect piece of paper for these pictures. This is me and my son in the line for the Kilimanjaro Safari, and we were hot. It's our first day. We had not adjusted to the Florida heat, and so we were hot. So I matted these on orange so it would kind of pull from the sun. I used this washi tape to give it like a shelf or a ledge or somewhere to sit. I matted this picture of my daughter and my husband, and in the background you can see we're headed towards the Kilimanjaro Safari, and here's the end of the line. And here's my little note about how hot it was and getting on the ride. And then I have a ton of these letters. They're pre-cut letters. And I've got 2 sets of them, a stack this thick. And so anytime I can find letters that I can use from there, I do. So they're too big to do some of my other creative use up the alphabets. So these are the bigger size. They are smaller, but they're not much, like about half of the size, I guess. So I put these up on foam squares and just put this here because it was hot, and then just made a little note here and used this arrow to point to the sign for the Kilimanjaro Safari. So that is page number 3, and I did not gut the back of this like I do a lot of times when I put a square in the middle, because this is not cardstock. If this was cardstock, I probably would have, but I did not want to do that because it would be too thin. Page number 4, this is the one I was talking about. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures, which is pretty good for me. Now this is my typical style. Like, this is how I have been scrapbooking, where I like put a ton of things on here, add a bunch of stickers, and that's kind of my thing. So I kind of kicked it up a notch for myself with double matting, using these really bold prints. You can't really tell now, but with the zebra print, I had a ton of the triangles left over from where I had made the first page. I just tucked them, I've got a square or a little rectangle piece of paper and just glued them on, and then I trimmed them around. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so you really can't tell, except it's just kind of cool because it's not a normal zebra pattern. So I have a little picture of a zebra and a couple little stickers on here that are just kind of peeking out or more predominant on the page. This is just one of the upside down trees and some other animals, the wildebeest, that there was. And then this is just like a little pond, and I thought it was so neat. And I didn't want to just leave it with nothing because everything else has kind of got something going on. So I have these turtles, and I put this big, huge turtle was the one I wanted to put on here because it was the last one on a sticker sheet, and I really wanted to use it. But I could not, I mean, it was too big right here. So I just put him here and cut him off, and then put his little butt over here. So, and then I just put these other two little ones on here just to give it a little extra. And then this border down here is actually from I am, let's see if I can get this out, by Simple Stories. And it has some cheetah print. So I wasn't really sure where I was going to use that when I first got it. And so I figured it out. So not sure what I'll be doing with the cheetah print shoes, but for now I'm doing pretty good. I just got this a couple months ago and half the stickers were missing. That's a long story. Not Simple Stories' fault. It was whoever I bought it from on Amazon. Anyway, so this was not a full 12 inches. So I cut it here, ended it over here because I didn't realize I was going to do this. And I put this turtle over here so you can't even tell that it's missing, if I hadn't already told you. This is a little excessive with stickers for me these anymore, but because there were so many flamingos and I had this huge sheet, I still have twice this many left. I thought I would go ahead and put a ton around here, give it a little extra something. And I just made sure there were some tucking out, the two little kissies. So, and that is my page number 4. Okay, here we go. I'm really proud of these because I have been watching so many videos about layering and using things and having your stuff on a shelf or a ledge or a, and so I am learning, and I love the way this looks. This is the rhinoceros. This is the baby rhinoceros, and then these are just two other pictures that we had, and I printed them smaller, matted them on a little white cardstock, then matted that on a piece of paper from the 6x6 paper pad. I used one piece of this, and it wasn't even a full piece, and it's on, I think, every one of these next 3 pages. So it's here, and then this is the other side of it, this little strip of tickets that I put down here. I had these stickers, and this is the same that the zebra came from, and you'll find this same kind of sticker on the next 2 pages. This Today Was a Fun Day came out of the Echo Park ephemera pack. This back here said something about I met the mouse, and we did not, because there weren't any, you couldn't actually meet them. So I love the fact that it had the stars, which pulled in the stars from here, pulled in the colors from here, pulled in the stars from here. So I matted this on here. I'm covered where it said that, and put some of my washi tape down, and this washi tape does not stick very well, so I had to glue it. And then this black polka dot, the polka dots here also came from this paper pad. So I'm really excited about how this turned out. I did mat this on a white, so just a very thin border so it would stand out because this part appears so dark. So I really, really love how this turned out. Page number 6 is the elephants. this is the entryway into the Kilimanjaro Safari. So I wanted this arrow pointing to where it says this is our happy place, because we all love this, but probably me more than them. Here's that same piece of paper that you saw already. I can stretch some paper, people. I can stretch some paper. This is another one of the cut aparts, and it had the castle on it, and I have enough stuff for the castle that I don't need extra. I mean, we did take a couple pictures at the castle, and they will have a page, but I've got 2 of these paper pads, so I will have lots of different castle paper in here. Plus I have a couple of sticker sheets, and there's lots of castles everywhere. I did add this Mickey Mouse button on here, put it up on foam. I also put a little foam under this that says I'm all ears. I thought that was perfect for the elephant. And then this is where the elephants like sharpen and clean their tusks off, and the safari guide had pointed that out to us, so I took a picture and I added that to it. Here's another one of those stickers from the same set. I couldn't tell you who they're from because I always cut that stuff off. This paper and this paper came out of this the Echo Park pad, and this was a Project Life card. I just trimmed off the bottom part of it that has some old cars, and then I put an arrow here because I'm talking about this picture specifically, so I wanted to put that little arrow there, tucked a little baby elephant over here, and voila. And my last page, page number 7 for the day, is the giraffes, and this was probably my favorite, mostly because the giraffe was so funny. He literally like head nodded, like as we drove by, he was like, hey, what's up, kind of thing. It was hysterical. So I have this #1 fan, best day ever, and this little happy file tag all came out of the ephemera pack. This is that same kind of sticker that I've already had on the other 2 or 3 pages. This is, and this all came from one piece of this paper, and I told you I can stretch it. This came from the paper pad, this paper pad. This is a piece that I got off of that sunshine paper because I trimmed it down to 1 inch on the bottom and the side. So this is the 1 inch from the side. I matted these 3 little giraffe pictures on some yellow plaid paper that came from that Nana's nursery book. This is another little baby sticker I had, and then I put another button on here. I just put this here to add the same color, and I love having the little stars like throughout the 3 pages with the animals, and it gave my little giraffe something to stand on. So that is my 7 pages that I created today. I will have you know that I also went to work today. It was a busy day, and I went to the eye doctor to have my eyes checked. It's been a busy day, but I still got these done because I really wanted to get them done today. I've been thinking about the Kilimanjaro Safari, and yes, I did washi tape my braids. So I am really excited to have this completed. When I pulled the pictures out yesterday in the video with you all, I thought, oh, let's see, how many pages is this gonna take? And so when I did the math, like in my head, like based on, I bought this on a page and these and whatever, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like 7 or 8 pages. So that's why I ended up combining all those animals on that one page, because I knew if I didn't put all of these on a page, then I would have separated this into at least 2 pages, and then I'd have had 8 or 9 pages, and that is crazy. So 7 more pages. Now we're at 44 pages done for the Disney book. I am at 19 pages for July. Yes, it is the 5th of July, and I am done with 19 pages. I'm really excited about that too, and they are good pages. They're pages that I love, that I'm happy with. I don't feel like I've rushed or gone, or anything. So that is all for tonight. Tomorrow, yes, I'm still in Animal Kingdom. I can't help it. We may be leaving Animal Kingdom by the end of the day, though, because I have 2 pictures for the gigantic dinosaurs that is in the Dino Land, also in Animal Kingdom. So this will probably be a page because I'm not separating that. I don't have anything else. And then I have this picture of me and my family getting on the dinosaur ride, and my husband holding my daughter's hand and my husband holding my son's hand in line for the dinosaur ride. And then I have these two pictures here. This is outside the dinosaur ride. Inside, I think I have one more picture of a dinosaur inside. Yeah. This is, yep, another dinosaur. And then this is the really creepy dinosaur towards the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. So I don't have a lot of stickers to go on this page, but this is probably what you all are going to see. I do have these that I thought, oh, I can use those for Animal Kingdom. I haven't used them yet. Gotta find a way to use those, right? So this is what you're going to see tomorrow. I would say this is going to be 3 pages. So if I continue to scrapbook like I did today, I will be moving out of Animal Kingdom before the end of tomorrow and moving on to the next park. So you all will have to stay tuned, and hopefully you'll come back. I'm really excited about the progress and the pages, and hopefully tomorrow we will move to the next park. I hope that you all had a great day. Have a wonderful week, and I hope that you got a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.